Hi everyone, Joe March's Higher Self here. Today, I'm going to be making a character to play in the real world. So let's come up with a name. First of all, let's see, I'm going to use a random name generator. It says, Terry February. No, that sounds bad, so let's roll again. Joseph March. I don't know why it wants months, but alright. I'm good with that. Joseph March. Sounds good. I mean, I really don't give a shit what the name is. I'm just going to be playing this character for my own reasons. So let's think about that real quick. Why am I playing this character? I got a bunch of friends. We're all going down there. We're going to learn some lessons about life and all that shit. I think what I want to learn about is like a meta sort. Let's do like a meta fantasy. I like this idea. Meta fantasy. Meta fantasy. Where Joseph... Dude, let's give him a nickname. Joe. That's better. Where Joseph learns about the player. That sounds fucking cool. Then I'm in the game too. I mean, I'm gonna have to work this one out with the DM, but I'm sure he'd be cool with this. Like, maybe this guy, he starts out like a normal guy, and then he like gets disillusioned with religion and shit, and then he goes through a process of finding himself, only to find out that he's a character in the game. Dude, that sounds fucking fun. Let's see. Mission. Discover he's a character. Learn about the player. Dude, he could look at me like a god at first. That's fucking cool. I like this idea. Alright, so anyway, this is not really part of the character sheet, but that's my background. This is what I want to do as this character. So everything I build, we're going to build it based around that idea, because that sounds fucking fun. I'm ready to play this game. Alright, so let's see. Who are my other teammates? One of them, he's playing the equivalent of fighter. I don't need to do that shit then. This guy over here is playing the equivalent of... I guess what we need is like a tech guy to do some tech stuff. I got a couple others here who are still playing tech guys, but we can never have too many tech guys, so let's go with his class, or like his profession. We're gonna go tech. I don't really want to choose which tech. Maybe he does all the tech. Maybe he's like a hardware tech, and then he's a fucking cybersecurity tech, and then he's software. I don't know. He never, you know what? He never finds the right job because he's distracted by this shit. That sounds perfect. Let's do this like a flaw. Yeah, flaw. Never finds the perfect job. Always changing careers. That just sounds fucking fun. Like, he's like all over the fucking place because he's distracted by voices in his head and shit. This guy is gonna be a ball to play. Okay. So that's profession tech, but I mean, if he's gonna learn, if I'm gonna do this meta fantasy thing, and if I'm gonna have him believe that the player is God, he's gotta have like his secondary skills are based around the occult. Because how the fuck else am I gonna get him there? So he's like a tech guy who's into the occult. That sounds good. So let's do stats. We got our basics. We got body, we got mind. We got body, we got soul, we got mind. It's the three. The three that matter. Now, I know other games have other stats, but you know what? We're playing on Earth, baby. These are the only stats you need. So, normal, let's start out here. Well, normal, if I was making him an average character, we got 2s, baby. We got 2s, right? But, I don't really need him to have as much body because I'm playing him as a tech and a cult. He kind of needs mind. Oh, shit, he kind of needs soul. Okay, well, Okay, so if he's gonna be a tech, it requires him to have 3 minds. All right, so body's going down. We don't need that much strength, right? And mind is up at 3. I mean, he would do better in tech if he had a 4, but that's not the point of this character. And if I want him to be able to have secondary skill cult, this says it requires 3 soul. Fucking, okay. Well, all right. Looks good, right? That sounds good. He's not overly good at soul or mind. He's just decent compared to average, and he sucks at anything that has to do with like sports or physicality. You know what? That kind of fits this character, because he's dealing with his meta problems. He don't have time for that shit. I like it. We're gonna go with that. I mean, he probably would find this to be a big disadvantage in his life, but that's not my problem, because I'm only playing the highlights. Let's see, special. That's not how you spell that. Special abilities, baby. All right, how many does he get at the start? Okay. So he's gonna have to be able to have the meta fantasy, right? And that's gonna create some. He needs some creativity for that. He also needs to be able to talk to me like a god. That's gonna okay. All right. So he's gonna take him on the creativity path. Creative drama. That sounds like a good one. This gives him the ability to experience what it's like to be other people, put himself in the shoe. Yeah. This sounds right. Creative drama, and then that will lead into channeling. We're just gonna go straight into it. Why not? Have him channel shit. That could be how he eventually gets to. He starts out channeling like other shit, but then he finds out it's me. Because anytime he channels, I'm gonna be playing the part anyway. It's me playing the part of channeling me. That's pretty fucking funny. So I get to play multiple characters. Let's see. All right. Well, I'm gonna put some notes in here. What type of gods do I want to play? I got like a lizard, like sea serpents are kind of hot. Let's look up a sea serpent that was really important on this world setting. Oh yeah, that works. Tiamat, that sounds good. Let's do like explosive something around what's something that's edgy. Yeah, that sounds good. Put some Sorcerer in there. That sounds awesome. What else we got? We got yeah, let's give it a love goddess, but love and war. Let's do Inanna. That's not how you spell that. Inanna. You know what? Fuck it. Ishtar. We'll use that version. We got any more? You know what? We got a whole like chaos, death, and war thing going here. So let's just put Eris in there too. There we go. That sounds good. He's gonna channel those bitches before he channels me. I like that idea. That's gonna be fun. All right. So origin. Let's see here. He's gonna have his father will be a tech. That makes sense because that's where he gets kind of that knowledge from. And then his mother will be like a stay-at-home mom, but she's gonna be into spirituality. So that'll get him on that path too. So that just makes sense. He'll have it in his background at least. Let's say he even has a grandfather who was a preacher, ex-preacher, and is an atheist. That sounds fucking great. So he already starts out the gate questioning religion. He's got techie ideas. He's got a technical mind, but then he's like got the spirituality thing. And that shit will get flipped on him too when he finds out he's a fucking character in the game. That's great. Okay. I forgot. The DM wants me to choose what color his skin is. According to DM, it's easier to be white, so we'll just do that. And it's easier to be a man, which is why I picked that. So I don't really have any other reason to pick any of that, but I don't feel like dealing with that shit. I mean, as a blue scaled individual myself, I have no gives a shit about whether he's a white man or not, but DM said it's easier for me if I do that, so I'm just going to go with his suggestion. Oh, and I almost forgot that we also need to determine his starting income, so it cost me a lot of points to make him a white male, so let's lower his starting income. We'll say that his parents were low income, but move to higher income over his life. So that way he'll be like mid to high income at the end. That sounds good. It's less points than starting them out there, so we're going with it. That sounds good. Okay. So we got our special abilities, we got our origin, all that stuff. We need some history. Oh, great, history. Let's see, what are some things? Before he gets to this point, before he becomes a tech, what did he do? Fuck, I don't know. I mean, his last name's March. Let's say he tries to go in the military, but his body is so shit. Tries to go in the military, but his body stats sucks too hard. You know what? We're gonna say that all of his all of his grandfathers were military. And his father. You know what? Everybody's military in the family, and he can't pull it off. That sounds great. That's going to be fun to play out. Again, that's probably as shitty of me to do to this character, but, you know, we playing a game. It's fine. Alright, let's see. That's one. And we already know he's going to take a bunch of jobs because his flaw never finds the perfect job, always change career. So it starts with the military, then he's going to do all these tech careers. I like that. What else? I need to shore up some points. I still use too many points here. Oh, I got one. We're going to make him a cyborg, but not the good kind. So at some point, he's going to like lose a part of his arm, so he's going to have what's the point number I need? I need 16 more points. Elbow replacement. Easy enough. So at some point in his life, his elbow gets jacked. He needs like a cybernetic elbow or some shit. Whatever they have in that world. I'm sure it's not that cool because I get minuses for it. But whatever. It's minuses to body. That's already 0. I don't give a shit. Okay. Hobbies. This one is just for fun. It doesn't involve points or anything. It's just for role play. What's a hobby that he would have when we get later in life where he's like getting up to this point? He can discover he's a character, but we're not quite there yet. What would be something that this character... I feel like this character is going to be a funny character. Like, he's going to be one of those guys who leans into humor, because he's not leaning into body. Yeah, he's going to lean into humor. Oh, I got it. He's got like a podcast or a YouTube, right? And he is a small following. No, because he can't be too distracted from his goal. Very small following of devoted listeners. So he's important to a couple people. And he spends way too much time on this. I like that. Spends way too much time doing this. I like that. What else? Well, you know, he's got creative drama, so let's give him author / game designer. That sounds fun. Fuck, wait, but we can't have him be too distracted from his mission, so we're gonna say self-published author / game designer. Yes, I like that better. That sounds good. This is gonna work. And then, how does he become friends with some of the other key characters? I mean, let's see. When they were kids, or maybe when they're in college, why did they hang out with him specifically? You know what? What if he starts out not understanding what he's hearing? When he starts experiencing, like, channeling and shit, and creative drama, he doesn't understand it first. Let's just say, like, he has, like medical issues at the beginning. He's gonna be like, let's say, maybe he's not schizophrenic, because I don't want to take them negative. But we'll say like he gets too wrapped in his fantasy and whatever. I mean, that makes sense. He's published, trying to make this. He's like driven. So we'll say meets the group in college / early adulthood while dealing with voices in head. Yeah. This character is gonna be fun as fuck to play. This sounds great. This is 100% good. There's nothing here that's bad. That just sounds awesome. Okay, I'm ready to play this character. Is there anything else I need to put on this character sheet? Gear. I mean, he doesn't really need gear because his body is 0. I don't need like weapons and shit. Oh, you know what he needs? He needs a computer. That's what we're putting on his gear computer, because he needs this to publish his podcast, to publish his games and shit, and he needs it for his tech stuff. This sounds perfect. He's got gear, computer, and oh, you know what else? A cult book. You know what? Fuck it. He deserves something. Shelves of occult books. That sounds great. And role-playing games. Because this is perfect. Oh my god, He's a game designer and an author who realizes he's a character, right? Yeah. And makes his own games, but he also role plays, obviously. So no, you know what? He's not a video game designer. He's a tabletop RPG game designer. That's great. Because then he's going to understand characters enough to eventually get here when I want to start play. So this sounds good. Computer, shelf of occult books, and role-playing games. Tabletop, yes. Oh my god, this character is going to be so fun. I am not going to regret any of these decisions when I dive into the real world to incarnate as this character. Hell yeah.